Hello, this is Agurk. Welcome back to my Stranded Deep follow-up video for version 0.54 experimental. I have been playing this game now for a couple of days, trying out a lot of the new things that are in the game, and I wanted to do a follow-up video to let you know my opinion on everything, show you some of the cool stuff in the game, like this giant grouper right here, and go from there. I think what I'm going to end up doing is splitting this into two videos because I've just got too much information for one video. I don't want it to be too long. So in the first video, I'll cover most of the general stuff, gameplay and whatnot, and then in the second video, I'll focus more on shipwrecks. Some of the shipwrecks are so large that it would take me 20 minutes of video in order to explore the entire wreck with you. So yeah, I'm going to split that into a separate video and try and keep it to a reasonable amount of time. One really cool thing that happened, Ben, who is one of the developers of Stranded Deep, left a message on my video from a couple of days ago. He wrote, "Hi, one of the devs here. Really nice coverage of the patch notes. Thanks. Also will take on your feedback regarding creative mode and unlimited crafting ingredients, etc." So I thought that was just so cool that he actually commented on my video. Thank you so much, Ben. Absolutely love this game. I have been playing it for quite a while now, and this new update is just fantastic. It's got a lot of new content that people can be excited about. I've been playing it non-stop. I couldn't stop playing the last couple of days. I think I'm on like day 30 or something like that in the game. So I'm thrilled with the new update. Now this is an experimental version, so obviously it's not perfect. There are a couple of small little glitches still, and there are maybe some things that need to be tweaked a little bit, but I'll cover those things in the videos as I run into each of those issues. All right, so let's get right into it. All right, so my first thing is the skill system, or leveling up. That I think is really cool. I see absolutely no problems with this. I think it's a great addition to the game. I think it really helps new players kind of progress in a logical way. I think it kind of prevents those people who kind of come into a game and they think, oh, I want to do this right away. It's got a gyrocopter. I want to build one. Even though they have no clue what they're doing, they're trying to collect all the parts for a gyrocopter, even though they really should be concentrating on surviving first and getting established before they do that. So with the way the new skill system is done, they can't do that. They have to follow a natural progression and go from there. Now, for anyone who's very familiar with the game, this new skill system is not going to be an issue. It's not going to be anything you need to worry about because you are literally just leveling up by doing the stuff that you would be doing anyways. Chopping down trees, gathering fibrous leaves, gathering palms and coconuts, and fishing and killing sharks, and doing all those things that you would be doing anyways. You're just going to be naturally progressing through the system without really even having to think about it. The only issue I ran into with it was on day one. Normally, I would build a water still almost immediately, like before I build a fire pit and a smoker, because I know the importance of water in this game. So as an experienced player, if I started a whole new game, my first priority is to get a shelter and save the game. And then I start on a water still. However, with this new version, the skill leveling up doesn't allow you to build a water still quite that quickly. So you have to build a fire pit first, catch some fish and cook them and gather some leaves and palm fronds and all that kind of stuff before you level up enough in order to build a water still. So that's cool. No problem with that because it was the first time I was playing it with the new skill system, and I was simply playing it in the way that I used to play it before. So now that I know what the new leveling up system is like, I'll be prepared for it if I start a new game that I won't be expecting to build a water still right off the bat. I'll know that I have to level up first. So it won't be an issue, and I think it's a great addition to the game. As you can see here, I've been a little bit busy. I've got 3 giant groupers, 2 tiger sharks, 2 boars, 2 snakes, and a whole bunch of cod. Now, the elephant in the room is obviously the giant grouper. These are one of the new fish added to the game. And as you can see, they're quite large. My biggest issue with these, I think they're a little bit bugged. Well, maybe not bugged, they just are not really in their final version, in my opinion. They're a little bit too easy to kill. And I'll demonstrate that just by going out here and killing one. Stab him 2 times with a fishing spear, and he's dead. Now, you can't put him in your inventory, so much like a shark, you have to right-click and drag him back to the beach. In sprint swimming here, you can see the bar at the bottom is going down. All right, so let's take him over here. We'll plop him down with the others. Another issue I have with this, A, it's too easy to kill. B, the model is like a big balloon. It's bouncing around everywhere. Like if he's that big, he's going to be heavy, and he's not. He's just this lightweight, balloony type fish that bounces everywhere. He should react more like the sharks, in my opinion, that are quite heavy. The second issue I have with this is if we try and skin this, what do we get out of it? That's a honking huge fish. You get 1 piece of medium meat. 2 pieces of medium meat. Oops. And then he's gone. That was actually the snake I did there in the last one. So you get 2 pieces of medium meat out of that giant grouper. As a comparison, you also get 2 pieces of meat, medium meat, out of this cod. As you can see there's a bit of a size discrepancy. So something just doesn't match up, that you get 2 pieces of meat from that and from that. Yeah, so I realized that this is a new fish to the game. This is probably just the first version of the fish, and that's fine. But it does need some tweaks. I think A, it needs to be heavier. B, it needs to be harder to kill. C, it probably needs to be a little bit rarer than it is. I keep running into them out there. Every time I go to that wreck, there's one there. D, it probably needs to be more aggressive. If you attack it, it should maybe attack you back, just so it gives it a bit of a danger feeling to it. And E, they should probably adjust how much meat it provides. Okay, so as you might have seen in my inventory, I have a pair of binoculars, or a spyglass. Now, to use this, what can I even look at here? You right-click them to hold them up to your eye, and it zooms in. And if you left-click or hold down the left mouse button, it'll zoom in even further. Now, you can see that shipwreck there in the center of the screen that is pointing up at quite a steep angle. I tried to go on that. I got stuck a couple of times. The angle was just so extreme that it was really difficult for me to explore. So I actually did find another one of these shipwrecks elsewhere in the game. So I'll show that one instead of that one over there that I mentioned yesterday. But the spyglass is pretty cool. It's nice. When you first look, it's not too zoomed in, and then if you right click, it does zoom in quite nicely. So you can see what's on the horizon. I quite like this. Allows you to get a better look at a shipwreck. If you can maybe think you can see a crate, but you're not sure, you can zoom in on it. Nice little tool they've added to the game. It is a little bit buggy that it stays up in front of your face like that until you start moving. They may have done that on purpose, I don't know. Let's just drop those right there. So though, yeah, I like those. The spyglass is pretty cool. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to look at was the tool belt, or hotkeys. So if we look at our inventory, you can see down at the bottom we had the 10 new hotkeys. Now, I've only unlocked 3 of them, and that's because I haven't really even been trying to unlock them. I just kind of unlocked the first couple. I'll show you where they are here. If we go to the tool belt under the crafting menu, the first one only requires a lashing, so it's really easy to get. Once you craft that, you can unlock the second one, and it only requires a piece of cloth and a lashing, so that is also very easy to get. Once you craft that, it unlocks the third one, or tool belt pouch 2. And then once you craft that one, which requires a hide and a cloth, you'll get tool belt pouch 3. The way these work is the tool belt unlocks 1 slot on the hotkey bar. Tool belt pouch 1 unlocks 2 additional slots, Tool Belt Pouch 2 unlocks an additional 3 slots, and Tool Belt Pouch 3 unlocks an additional 4 slots. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. So a total of 10 slots. All right, so if we take a look at these, I've only unlocked the first 2 belts, which is the first 3 slots. And the way this works, now this was really hard to figure out. I had kind of misinterpreted what this whole thing was. I was under the impression from the developer notes that we were getting a tool belt, much like a construction worker would wear it around his waist, where he could put his tools. So I was thinking, okay, we're getting additional inventory slots, but that's not actually the case. What this is actually just hotkeys. So you're basically assigning a hotkey to the things that you have in your inventory. So if you want to assign the knife to the number 1 hotkey, you would point at it with the arrow and hold down the number 1 key, and that assigns it to the number 1 slot. Likewise, I can take the torch and hold down the number 2 key, and it'll assign it to slot number 2. I can take my axe and hold down the 3 key and assign that to number 3. You can swap them about, I believe. If I hold this down for number 2, it moves it to number 2, and if I put this at number 3, it moves it to number 3. So that's cool. So we have the knife as 1, the axe as 2, and the torch as 3. So how you use that as you're running around, if you want to access your knife, you just tap the 1 key and it gives you the knife. If you want the axe, you tap the 2. If you want the torch, you tap the 3. So this would be really handy with the torch at night when you're traveling around in the dark, and if you come across some fibrous leaves you want to chop, you just tap the 1 key, chop it, tap the 3 key, turn on your torch again, and pick up the fibrous leaf until you're ready to use your knife again. So that's really cool. That's how that works. And that's really a great thing. It's a very good improvement on the current interface, and I'm happy with it. I'll give it a thumbs up. That said, I would have liked to have had some extra inventory slots, as would we all, of course. And the idea of a tool belt that actually does hold your tools, that would have been just off the wall phenomenal. So Ben, if you're watching this again, make it so, please. But yeah, I would say a tool belt that could hold 4 or maybe max 5 items, and even if you limit it to specific items, I think that would be really, really, really cool. That you could put, for example, your knife, your axe, a torch, and a compass, plus maybe one other thing. That would be awesome if you actually had those around your waist in a tool belt and you still had these 10 inventory slots. That would be phenomenal. I wanted to show you what I found on this island when I got here. Voila! We have a shelter left by a previous survivor. It's basically a boat that's been overturned, and it's propped up with logs. It has a bit of a tattered leather or cloth, looks like cloth covering on it. And there's a crate here. We can take that. Some kindling. A rock. Ooh. I didn't notice him before. There's a dead guy. Hello, Mr. Dead Guy. I guess he didn't survive. Hello. We're going to call you Bones. How are you, Bones? Nice to see you. It's a nice shelter you got here. Not sure what you did wrong, or where the bottom half of your body disappeared to. But yeah, I guess maybe you got eaten by a shark. I don't know. You're missing an arm too. I don't think things went so well for you. No. Interesting. All right. Well, you got a table here. What is this? A coconut drink, a lashing. All right. Well. Sorry you didn't make it, buddy. Okay, so we have have got to the point I have built floorboards for my raft, and I'm going to try and put some of the new containers on there, or the container shelf. Now it kind of snaps into position on the sides. I'm not sure if you could put it in the center or not. It doesn't seem to want to go there. Or maybe it just can't go on corrugated? I don't know. And let's do one more for the other side, because I like to keep things symmetrical. Right. Drop the hammer. Just want to make sure I have a full number. So you hold down E to attach it. Why are they? Oh, okay. So apparently there's an inside and an outside. I didn't realize that. Okay, so I've got them all facing to the left instead of into the center, but that doesn't really matter. You can still access the crate. Seems to be pretty cool. Let me try. Now that those two are in place, I want to see if I can add one more in the center there, but it just doesn't seem to want to go. Even if I rotate it, it's sucking down to the ocean floor. It doesn't want to go there. Interesting. It'll go there, and it'll go there. It'll even go there. So the only one it's not going on is the corrugated. So maybe you can't put it on a corrugated. I don't know, and I can't break that up. It won't let me. So, interesting. Let's take the boat for a little bit of a spin, and let's see if it's sluggish or anything. Hello, let's go. Lift. Oh. The current's pushing me back into shore, so I have to kind of pull it out a little bit. So there we are, a 2x3 or a 3x2 raft with 6 containers on it. And it still seems to be fairly responsive and whatnot. It's not really, really sluggish. So yeah, there are your new containers on a raft. That is so cool. So there you go. There are containers. The container holders on a raft. Very stable. They don't fall off. Very nice. You can still access them even when you're docked. Beautiful. Perfect. That is a fantastic addition to the game. I really like that a lot. It's going to take a little bit of experimenting with different sized rafts to see really how many of these containers you can actually carry. I could put 2 more at the back here, which would give me a total of 12 crates. And as long as I'm not trying to put a motor on here, that should be fine. And you can see I've added an extra 2 sets of container shelves to my raft, and it still works really good. The raft is stable, it sails, it's not heavy and uncoordinated and everything. So it seems like you can add a container shelf to each of the sections of your raft, and it doesn't affect the raft in any way. Like, it doesn't make it sluggish or unstable or anything. So that's really, really fantastic. This is going to open up a lot of different possibilities for people. Megalodon shark sighting! Oh my god, look at this guy. He's huge. He's just chomping down on that whale carcass. Oh god, blood spraying everywhere. No, the inhumanity of it all. Cool. Oh, if only I had like a couple of crates full of spears, I'd go after him. But I don't, so I'm not gonna. Don't even think about it. Oh my god, we're bouncing all over the place here. Oh, he looks nasty. He looks hungry. Oh. Get in the willies. Ow. Nasty little crab bit me. Where is he? Oh, there he is. You? Alright. Oh. Oh, we have another shelter. Oh, this is a pretty simple one. Oh, Wooly! Hello, Wooly! Woo! Where's your face? Oh, there you are. Hey, dude. Oh, don't roll away on me. Sit. Stay. Roll over. Play dead. Come on. Ah, hello. Stop rolling around. Ooh, is that a ration? Yes. Wood crate. Nice. Very simple shelter. Not really of a lot of use. Provides some shade, I guess, if you stand over here. But that's one of the shelters they've added to the game. Probably the most basic of them. We'll take Wooly with us, of course, because why wouldn't we? Cool. All right, we have a Hammerhead Shark here, so I'm just gonna jump in and go after him. Oh, Jesus. All right, he's got me. He's got me good. I can't stab him. Let go of me, you little bugger. Take that. Oh, he's dead. 3 refined spears kills a hammerhead. Takes 5 to kill a tiger shark. So that's interesting. He was pretty aggressive though. He went right after me. And before I started filming, he just kept circling my boat. I had stopped, dropped anchor, and he was just circling my boat like right underneath me. I pretty much had to jump in the water in order to get him, because I couldn't shoot straight down under my raft. But yeah, interesting. He's an ugly little brute. Look at him. Hammerhead Ragdoll. Nice. Now what do I do with him? I'm in the middle of the ocean. I could try and drag him onto the raft, but I don't think that's going to work too well. He's probably too heavy. He might tip my raft over, but I'll... No. Come on, get up. Oh, no. Come on, you can do it. Get up there. Get this. Don't tip my raft. Well, we know the crates are not going to fall off. That's good. I think I'll just leave them there. Oh, man. As you can see, I've got a motor on the side there, right there. But if I try and use the motor, I can't see anything because the container shelf completely blocks your view. So you're kind of sailing blind. Oh, we have another shelter. Nice. This is like a rowboat or something flipped over, and he's got it propped up with some planks and some logs. Nice. Oh, there's the dead guy and a refined axe. We'll take that, I guess. Oh, poor guy. He didn't survive either. Crouch down. What do we got in here? We got crates. Yeah. Another crate over here. Another crate we can't open. We've got some sticks. We've got some lashings. Huh, I like it. You can just kind of hide in here, crouch in here, get some shade. Oh, this is nice. Hi, guy. You're dead too, eh? Did you know Bones? He didn't make it either. You look like him. You're more sun-bleached, though. I think Bones was a little more yellowish. But anyways. Huh, cool. I like it. Oh, there's a turtle. This is the first time I've been up close to a turtle. Don't think you can... He's just stealing all my spears. Dude! Like, what the hell? Okay, not that I want to kill... Can I? Oops, I'm drowning. Uh, I think that's bugged. All right, so I've been playing the game for quite some time now. I mean, I'm on like day, I don't know what this is, day, I don't even know what day I'm on, day 30 or something. But what I wanted to look at was my skill levels. As you can see on my watch, hunting is only at 2, and this is after playing about, what did I say, 30 days of gameplay. I'm only on 2 for hunting. Wow. I mean, I haven't really been playing the game as I normally would because I've been prioritizing trying to search every island I could find in order to find all the different shipwrecks and stuff. So I haven't really been doing as much hunting or cooking or crafting as I would normally do. I've been living off of rations, really. Every time I find rations on a wreck, I just plug them in my chest, and I've been using those as my food source while I explored. So this isn't really indicative of a true gameplay. Your levels should be higher than this. But I have done pretty much everything that I would normally do. Like you can see the structures that I built on my base. I've killed, I don't know, maybe 4 tiger sharks and 1 hammerhead shark. I may have killed 1 additional boar somewhere, but not really. And a couple of snakes and a few fish now and again. But really, I haven't been doing much in the way of hunting. So I can understand that I'm only at level 2 there. But wow, it sure takes a lot to get your levels up. And I don't know what effect that's going to have on your actual abilities. I haven't really noticed that my character is a lot weaker or stronger in any particular category, but yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what all the underlying numbers are for the calories, for example, for food, what difference it makes, or how quickly you harvest things, or whatnot. So just to reiterate what this is, on the watch, the first bar there, which has 2 bars, is hunting. The next one is cooking. The one after that is harvesting. And that's probably the one that I've done, well, that is obviously the one I've done the most, because I've been collecting leaves and sticks and rocks and stuff on different islands in order to build shelters or water stills and whatnot as I went to every island. And then the next one is physical, which again, I guess I haven't been chopping or running or swimming as much as I normally would. And craftsmanship is the last one. That I'm assuming will go up if I start to build structures like a house or, you know, a wharf or something, which I just have not done at all in this particular playthrough. So yeah, my overall impressions right now of the game are really good. I love it. Like I said in the beginning, yeah, I mean, there's obviously a few small things that need to be tweaked, or there's a couple of small glitches, like the grouper should be tweaked a little bit, in my opinion. The name that says ragdoll when you have a dead hammerhead shark and you're trying to drag him somewhere. Little minor things like that that are kind of inconsequential in the long run, but something that does need to be fixed before the final polished version of the game is released. And I'm sure they'll do that. So no worries there. Very positive about the new version, and I look forward to playing more of it. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. And like I said, in another day or two, I'll put up a video of some of the shipwrecks that have been added to the game. And from there, we'll see what I do next. Whether I do a Let's Play type series, or whether I do a new tutorial based on version 0.54. Because there are some changes from my last tutorial to version 53 with the yucca cuttings and getting rid of tarps to this version with all the new updates. Maybe I should do a whole new series. If you have any preferences on what I should do next, let me know. And thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again in a couple of days. Bye for now.